Welcome to the awards ceremony for our 8th annual Knights Right Showcase. Like I said, I hope that you're very excited to be here. Students, we are just so happy that you are here showcasing your work this morning. I hope you all got a chance to look at some of the excellence displays, the poster displays in the back here. I was looking at them and I thought, I want to be in some of these classes. These are really exciting things that students are researching and presenting about, and so you should be very proud of the work that you have done. Parents, family, friends, we're very excited that you're here to support the students who have been selected for the showcase. This is a recognition and an honor, and so I hope that you recognize and support the kind of work that students are doing in these classes here at UCF. And then, of course, to the faculty and the staff who have made this possible, we're excited about the role that you play in supporting writing excellence here at UCF, so thank you to everyone. We started this showcase 8 years ago in 2010 to recognize and reward student excellence in research and writing. So the students who are presenting here today have been enrolled in our first-year composition program, and that includes our classes ENC 1101 and ENC 1102. This program, if you don't know about it, uses an innovative writing curriculum that's called Writing About Writing Pedagogy. Our department is unusual in that it employs full-time expert teachers to deliver this curriculum that's nationally recognized. And in fact, in 2012, our composition program won the highest national award that any program can receive. So that recognizes that what we're doing here is some of the best writing instruction that's taking place in the country. However, despite the wonderful things that students are learning in their first-year composition courses here at UCF, we know that just 1 or 2 courses in the first year of college is not going to be enough to make sure that you are a confident and successful writer in the kind of variety of rhetorical situations you're going to find yourself in college, in the workplace, and in civic and personal life. Our outgoing president, Dr. John C. Hitt, knows this too, and his support of writing and writing-related initiatives at UCF not only helped create this showcase, Knights Right Showcase, 8 years ago, it helped create the entire department of writing and rhetoric. I think it's really safe to say that without his support, our department might not even exist in its efforts to support excellence in writing across the university. President Hitt's support of writing at UCF has been substantial. Thanks to his investment of financial resources and his interest in writing at all levels, he's done things for us like lowered class sizes in first-year composition courses, allowing for the kind of time, the energy, and the space that's really needed to teach writing well. He's provided those resources to hire the talented full-time writing teachers that populate our department, and today that includes 13 tenured or tenure-track professors and 28 full-time instructors and lecturers. The funding he provided helped create that University Writing Center that you just heard about from Director Mark Hall, where students from any major on any task can receive free assistance about writing. Dr. Hitt's support also helped create our Writing Across the Curriculum program, which assists faculty members from all disciplines as they help to engage students with writing and use writing to learn in disciplines like history, in the Rosen College, all across UCF. In the Department of Writing and Rhetoric, we offer some thriving undergraduate and graduate programs that help students develop writing expertise, preparing them for lifelong learning and workplace efforts. So all of these investments help make UCF a national model for best practices in teaching and learning of writing. So UCF is a really great place to be if you're a student right now, and it's a really great place to be, I think, if you're a writing teacher as well. So we at UCF have been extremely fortunate to have a president who believes in the importance and the power of writing, and I know that you'll hear about this from him directly when he comes up to speak. And I know that I'm speaking for the entire department when I say that we're going to feel his influence on our work for years to come. When we created this showcase, we also founded a peer-reviewed journal of first-year writing, which you've heard about this morning, called Stylus. And that journal, co-edited by Matt Bryan and Megan Lambert, is also supported by student editors and faculty advisors. The student submissions that go into Stylus are blind reviewed, and if accepted, they undergo additional revision with the help of an editorial team. So it's wonderful to be published in Stylus, and today our awards recognize the students who have published in Stylus this past year, created the best poster displays today, and then the very best of this group, the cream of the crop, will receive the President John C. Hitt Prize for Excellence in First-Year Writing. So to begin our awards today, Stylus co-editor Megan Lambert will present recognizing those students who have published in Stylus in this past year.
Hi everyone, my name is Megan Lambert and I want to thank you all so much for joining us today for the 8th Annual Knights Right Showcase. This is always my favorite day of the academic year because our students do such incredible work in first year composition, and this is a wonderful opportunity to celebrate them and share that work with the larger university and their family and friends. I hope that sometime today you'll take the time to congratulate the students that you interact with whose work is represented here in the posters, the students I'll present for Stylus. It's just really incredible the work that they do, and it's an honor to be able to recognize them today. Writers, this day is for you. Thank you for the hard work you put into the ideas and the projects that you developed in your first year composition classes, and then the extra hard work on top of that took to transform your writing into the posters, the panel presentations that you'll hear, and the publications in Stylus, which is our journal of first year writing. Thank you, too, to the excellent faculty in our department who have supported and encouraged these students along the way. Your generous and thoughtful approach to the work that you do is what makes our mission and our department and an event like this possible. There are so many people involved in the behind-the-scenes work of putting this event on and giving our students this space to receive this well-deserved recognition. Today, this space is physical, but in Stylus, we have an online space where students can see how work in first-year composition courses goes beyond the classroom and has lasting impact. We publish 2 issues of Stylus every year, once in the fall and once in the spring, with the goal of, to quote, providing a forum for the exemplary writing and research produced by students enrolled in the university's first-year composition courses. This forum is made possible by a diligent team of student editors and faculty, and especially the founding editor, Matt Bryan, who has graciously brought me on as a co-editor of this publication. Now behind the scenes myself, I'm amazed by the time, effort, and care Matt dedicates every semester to crafting the issues, communicating with the writers, and facilitating the invaluable contributions of our student editors and faculty committee. I know as editors we are so grateful to have a judicious team of students and faculty that read through the numerous submissions we receive every semester. Because there are thousands of students enrolled in our first year composition courses. So submitting work in the publication for publication in Stylus is highly competitive. If you're not familiar with our process, we first ask composition teachers to submit their students' best work for consideration. Then from that pool, our student editors and faculty committee members select the top pieces to publish, usually between 4 and 6 per issue. During the past several years, Stylus has had an acceptance rate of around 7%. So it's a big deal for those authors here today. The work of the authors we are about to recognize has been vetted at every level by their instructors and by their fellow classmates and by other faculty, and ultimately deemed as excellent. You can see the final products in our journal, and I hope you will check it out. They are truly incredible. But to me, what's even more impressive is the processes that lead to these publications. As an instructor of first-year composition in this department, I have the great honor of working with students as they share their interests and prior knowledge, grapple with new ideas and concepts, reevaluate their conceptions of writing, become more purposeful with their current writing practices, shape their ideas, and see their efforts come to fruition over the course of the semester. It's amazing what these students do with writing, and the most rewarding moment for me as a teacher is to see and hear when students begin to really recognize themselves as writers. This is a major goal of our composition program. Go to any Composition 1 or Composition 2 classroom, and you'll hear our faculty impressing upon our students how their writing matters and has valuable contributions for real audiences. So when you look at the pieces selected for publication in Stylus, you'll see that each are very unique in tone, subject matter, style, and genre, but the one commonality that they all do have is that they were written by students who have taken that idea to heart, that they are writers. These 12 authors we are about to recognize have engaged in genuine inquiry, reflection, and discovery, seeing their Composition 1 and 2 assignments as not assignments, but rather opportunities to learn more about something interesting and relevant to their lives. And then through their writing, research, and learning processes, they're also creating new knowledge and real-world implications. These students took course concepts and assignments and transformed them, and in doing so, began developing their identities as writers and scholars. As such, we can see how publication in Stylus is just the beginning for these authors. After being published in Stylus, we've seen our authors continue to find success with their writing. They go on to win the prestigious Hitt Prize for Excellence in First-Year Writing, which President Hitt will be awarding in just a few moments. They've had their work republished in textbooks and used in college classrooms nationwide. They have entered competitive graduate programs in various disciplines, crediting their experiences with publishing their work in Stylus as a first step towards further publications and research. So authors, I hope today that you'll take the time to truly soak in the magnitude of your accomplishments thus far. You should be very proud of yourselves. And then continue to find writing in everything that you do. Seek out the many opportunities UCF has to provide further support for writing and research throughout your college careers. Keep developing your insightful scholarly identities, know how much you have to offer, and continue to pursue that standard of excellence that you have already demonstrated. And as you do, please know that all of us here are so invested in your success, and we can't wait to hear what you do next. Now I would like to recognize each author who has been published in Stylus this past year. So authors, when your name is called, please come up to the stage to receive your certificate, and then afterwards, if you would, step down in front of the stage and line up so we can take some pictures of the group together. From our first issue, Stylus issue 8.1, we have Julian Brown for The Texts of Online Magic Revealed. I don't believe he was able to make it today, but applause for him anyway. We have Lauren Horde for Social Media's Rhetorical Prowess, the Black Lives Matter Movement, and How Millennials Experience It. Next, we have Nicole Kogut for A Case of Unlawful Discourse, the Stephen Avery case and discourse analysis on Manitowoc County. Then we have Lysian Shehu for the Research Skills Learning Gap, What It Is and How Can It Be Fixed, who also couldn't make it today, but let's please a round of applause. Then we have Clayton White for Essence of Technical Writing, Communication Between Non-Experts and Experts in a Constrained Genre. And then finally for this issue, we have Priscilla Samayoa for Writing Processes of Musical Theater Writers. As Priscilla makes her way to the stage to be recognized for her work in issue 8.1, we also want to recognize her for the next issue because she is also published in issue 8.2 for her work, The Extent of Influence That Genre Conventions Have on TED Talks. This is the first time that a student has ever been selected for publication twice, for both their ENC 1101 and their ENC 1102 work. So let's congratulate Priscilla once again for this remarkable achievement. Also published in issue 8.2, we have Ariel Feldman for Galaxy-Wide Writing Strategies used by official Star Wars bloggers. Next, we have Jadale Celestine for Did I Create the Process or Did the Process Create Me? Next, we have Katie Gentry for Changing Scenes, the Rise and Success of Diversity on Broadway. Next, we have Leticia Lanku for the Language Transition Process and its influence on language use. And last but certainly not least, we have Chloe La Rochelle for liking and group messaging, perception versus meaning. You should also check out her fabulous poster back there. Please join me in congratulating these authors one more time. Now I have the honor of introducing Dean Jeff Moore to present the awards for Best Displays. Jeffrey Moore is the Dean of the College of Arts and Humanities and a Professor of Music Percussion in UCF School of Performing Arts. Prior to his role as Dean, he served as the founding director of the School of Performing Arts and chair of the music department. A frequent performer of chamber music, Dean Moore has performed with several major symphony orchestras. In addition, he has also served as the percussion director of the internationally acclaimed Madison Scouts Drum and Bugle Corps, and as the percussion arranger with several European, Japanese, Thai, and Indonesian drum corps and band. Dean Moore has also served as the associate editor of Percussive Notes and is currently on the board of advisors for the Percussive Arts Society, the boards of the Orlando Shakespeare Theater, the Orlando Repertory Theater, the Orlando Philharmonic, and A Gift for Music. Please join me in welcoming Dean Jeff Moore.
Good morning. Good morning. It's a great day. I would like to thank the Department of Writing and Rhetoric for hosting this event and giving us all the opportunity to see this great student work displayed in one place. It's a fantastic celebration of our students' achievements. The poster displays showcased here today were selected based on the exceptional research and writing students have done in their first-year writing classes. These courses serve as entry points for rigorous writing and research about writing, providing students with transferable skills to confidently write for varied audiences and in multiple communities. The courses encourage deep reflection, extensive writing, and ongoing research that helps students understand the critical role that writing plays in every aspect of their lives, academic, professional, and personal. Data shows that students' success in their first-year writing tends to be a bellwether for future retention and persistence. At UCF, we serve between 6,000 and 7,000 students in the first-year writing programs each year. I think that bodes well for a lot of people, especially as I look around the room and see these high-quality posters on display. Earlier this morning, 3 judges convened to view these displays and to talk with each of the students. This year, the judges were Aubrey Kupperman of the Office of Undergraduate Research, John Venisek from the UCF Library, Dustin Edwards and Caitlin Pearson from the Department of Writing and Rhetoric. Let's give these judges a warm round of applause. These judges have determined this year's award winners for the 3 categories: Best Overall Visual Display, Best Research, and Best Presentation. It's a real honor for me to recognize these winners today. And students, as your name is called, please come up to the stage and be recognized. The winner for the Best Overall Visual Display Award, and I should have said winners because it's a tie, Hannah Weisselthier and Jorge Ugen. Keep clapping for them. Yes, thank you. So happy. It's great. The winner for Best Research is Nicole Fairfoot. And the winner for Best Presentation is Karen Wu. How about another big hand for our winners? Thank you all. And now it's my pleasure to introduce Dr. John C. Hitt, president of our university. During his remarkable tenure, President Hitt's visionary leadership has continually enhanced the quality of UCF. The Department of Writing and Rhetoric and the first-year writing composition program have its biggest supporter in President Hitt, whose efforts to help first-year students succeed included reducing the size of freshman writing classes. In 2010, President Hitt awarded the inaugural John C. Hitt Prize for Excellence in First-Year Writing. Awarded annually, the John C. Hitt Prize recognizes the talent and hard work of students published in either of the preceding winter or spring issue of Stylus. Monetary awards include a first-place winner and a second-place runner-up, but more than money, the John C. Hitt Prize is a prestigious honor recognized by the UCF faculty and administration, as well as the larger academic community. President Hitt, we thank you for your support of this program and of our students. Please, people, welcome President John Hitt.
Well, thank you, Dean Moore, and others for the many kind and generous words that have been said about me today. I am reminded, of a scene reported where the late, great comedian Jack Benny was given an award, and he looked out at the audience and said, thank you so much. I really don't feel I deserve this award. But then again, I've got arthritis, and I don't think I deserve that either. Thank you very much. So thank you very much. I'm delighted that you're able to attend this annual Knights Write Showcase. It's rewarding to have so many people gather over the course of a day to converse about writing, a skill that we all need to be successful in our 21st century economy. My late father operated a printing shop, and he had the typographer's reverence for the printed word. He and my mother were also avid readers. They impressed upon me at a very early age the importance of writing well. Even today, my staff will tell you that I insist on members of our leadership team choosing their words carefully and thoughtfully in their written and oral communication, and I try to do the same. No matter which profession we choose or medium we use to communicate on the job, the ability to write clearly is a key for success and job satisfaction. Someone can have the best ideas in the world. However, if those ideas are not conveyed effectively, they're not likely to be advanced. Now it's time to announce my list of winners in the first-year writing program. Finalists, I commend you for work well done. The research essays that I read conveyed meaningful topics, reflected outstanding research, and are exceptionally thoughtful and well written. Their uniformly high quality speaks to the mentoring of our faculty and the hard work of our students. Thank you, students, and thank you, faculty colleagues, for your efforts to create such high quality essays. Our second runner-up today receives $100, our first runner-up receives $250, and our grand prize winner receives $500. I'll ask each winning student to come forward as I call his or her name to receive a plaque and an envelope. Our second runner-up is Ariel Feldman for her article, Galaxy-Wide Writing Strategies Used by Official Star Wars Bloggers. All right. Congratulations. Our first runner-up is Katie Gentry for her article, Changing Scenes, The Rise and Success of Diversity on Broadway. Congratulations. And our winner of the Prize of Excellence in First Year Writing is Priscilla excuse me. Yeah, Priscilla. I think we all. I can get that most times. You really wrapping up the prizes. Congratulations. Congratulations to our winners and to all who participated in this worthwhile event. And congratulations, Dr. Stephanie Vi, Angela Rounceville, and their colleagues for the excellent work with this competition and with our outstanding writing and rhetoric program. I must say that of all of the changes that we've been part of in the 26 years that nearly 26 years I've been president, this writing and rhetoric program is one of the very best achievements. And I think that's so because it had such wonderful faculty input. Really, the faculty presented the idea, we needed it, developed a curriculum, and have managed to recruit a remarkably fine group of colleagues. So congratulations again to all of you who've been part of this program today or at other times. Go Knights. Charge on.
I just wanted to say quickly to Dr. Hitt, we wanted to thank you. I'm sorry, I know you're heading that direction. What you've done for this department and for writing at UCF has been profound for us. It's meant everything. And so we do have a cake and your soda, but we would also like to give you this card of appreciation. Thank you very much.